And we now recognize the gentlelady from Ohio, Ms. Brown. You're now recognized.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Chairwoman, for holding this hearing, and thank you to all the witnesses for joining us today. America's small businesses have faced considerable hardship during the pandemic, faced with decreased demand and unpredictable operating challenges. They were forced to cut hours, lay off workers, decrease production, or shut down completely. In late 2020, a Federal Reserve survey showed that about 25% of surviving small businesses feared they would not fully recover without additional assistance, and 57% of small businesses reported fair or poor financial condition. According to the National League of Cities, almost half the nation's workforce is employed by small businesses, and the success of small business depends on significant engagement by local governments. Mayor Woodwards, how are America's cities using recovery fund dollars to support small businesses? And can you list some examples of the great work being done?
Great, thank you, Representative Brown. The federal dollars have supported really the continued revitalization of our small businesses. Here in Tacoma, we were able to support our most vulnerable local businesses. And instead of with grants, instead of with loans, we were able to provide them grants. These grants went to small businesses owned by residents not exceeding 80% of the area median income. So these, and with 15 or fewer full-time employees. And so this means that we were providing support to our smallest of businesses who struggle the most. In San Jose, California, I'll give you another example. All of the large metro cities included NLC, even the ones that NLC is tracking. San Jose has the most projects related to small business support. They are investing approximately $9.1 million out of their $83.6 million to support local business. Those are just two examples of what's happening across our country.
Thank you very much. I also know my constituents are anxious to see recovery funds put to work as well. Cleveland, a city I represent, has said it plans to use these funds to increase private sector financing, access to capital, and access to contracting markets for minority-owned small businesses and startups. The recovery funds are also supporting this work at the county level. Judge Moore, how are counties choosing to support small businesses with their recovery fund allocations?
Well, some examples we have is Howard County, Maryland. Howard County has allocated approximately $15 million to address COVID-19 negative economic impacts and $10 million to fund services for disproportionately impacted communities. Within those funding categories, the county will focus on children and families as a key priority to fully address the breadth of the economic challenges residents continue to face. Montgomery County, Maryland, supporting a variety of equity programs, including expanding the Working Families Income Supplement to financially assist households with children, allocating $2.9 million to implement holistic and culturally competent wraparound services for Latino communities in the county, $1.7 million for African American health programs, $1.15 million for an Asian American health initiative, and $3.6 million for health and human service hubs to promote lasting equity in the county's immediate pandemic response.
Thank you very much, Judge. When Cuyahoga County invested CARES Act funding in its Small Business Stabilization Fund, it used an equity lens to ensure that 50% of this funding support went to minority-owned businesses. So, Dr. Leachman, why is equity such an important consideration as states and localities consider small business support through recovery investment funds?
Thank you. The pandemic had very unequal impacts by race and gender and community. And so our response needs to address those disparities. That is how we build a strong recovery.
Right, thank you for that. So clearly, I think we can all agree small businesses are the backbone of America's economy. And I just look forward to seeing how recovery funds can continue to support small businesses and jobs in our community. And with that, thank you again, and I yield back.
The gentlelady yields back. The